for heterotrophs?
Oh, isn't that meat?
Consumers, good. And they can be that. What does consume mean?
They eat.
They eat. They can't make their own food. They have to feed off other organisms.
Hold on, I just put it in your head. Cannot make their own food.
They feed. All right, so you have levels of consumers, okay? Starting with the first level and moving up. What do the first level consumers eat? Here's a better question. Where does food production begin? Raise your hand if you could tell me. Plants. So what do first level consumers eat? Plants. They eat plants. What are plant eaters called? Think of Jurassic Park.
Herbivores.
Herbivores. They're primary consumers and they're called herbivores. Make sure you write that word, primary consumer. So next will be secondary consumers, or third, or fourth. Because once you do not eat plants, what do you eat?
Meat.
Meat. And what are meat eaters called?
Carnivores.
Carnivores.
So herbivores.
The consumers, they may not be in levels, but they describe the way you feed or what you feed on. And if you feed on both plants and animals, what are you?
Oh, omnivore.
Omnivores. Good. Omnivores feed on plants and animals. If they're eating meat, they're considered secondary consumers. If they're eating plants, they're considered primary. This is more like a vocabulary word that describes organisms that can survive eating two different kinds of foods, okay? Plants and animals.
Flies do that?
Flies eat everything.
They don't eat meat.
These are more types of consumers. And if, are my numbers off? Because they might be.
No, this is number 4.
Okay, number 4. So these consumers, they can feed off anything. Plants, animals. They can be omnivores. And these consumers are, bacteria is a perfect example. What else is up there?
Fungi.
Fungi. What do you think I'm leaning toward? What type of consumer?
Decomposers.
Yes. Decomposers. What do? We learned this in cycles. They break down. Instead of feeding
I'm just kidding.
and like consuming, they actually feed and return nutrients to Earth. Remember, it's carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur. So they feed and recycle all the nutrients. Instead of soil, put Earth, because we know it could return it to the atmosphere and to the hydrosphere. So Earth, layers, you could put. Look at the pictures, and that should help you answer me what type of consumer that is.
It's a bird.
What kind of bird is that?
Vulture.
Vulture. What are vultures?
Oh, they eat decomposed thing
No.
or dead things.
Scavengers. They eat dead things. Yeah, they actually wait for death and they feed off the remains. They just don't return the nutrients to the soil or to Earth for that matter. They consume for themselves, but they eat remains, okay? Like dead organisms.
Eat of remains.
That's like how when you see this.
Has anybody ever heard of a detritus feeder?
Yeah.
No.
Like
Yes.
worms and stuff?
Worms is an example. Maggots and earthworms is a great example. What did you hear about earthworms in bio?
They have 2 parts.
Okay, that's good. Huh?
You could like chop it in half.
Yeah.
Don't they do something to the anus or something like that?
They have.
They eat through there, don't they?
No,
Oh.
they have a full digestive tract, so you're remembering mouth and anus because they're the first.
Oh yeah,
ones.
we dissected that.
Yeah, we dissect that, and really, what do you see when you dissect an earthworm inside their body?
One big long
Their
tube.
waist.
What is it?
Wasn't it one big
It's like
long
It's full of
tube?
what?
Oh, poop.
No,
Was it?
dirt. They make soil. Yeah, so they're
They
like
poop soil.
decomposers. No, they feed and return nutrients, just like decomposers. The difference is that they are known as bottom dwellers. So they're going to be organisms that are kind of found like in soil.
Wait, what they eat though?
They eat anything.
Like, that's because I heard my
I'll tell you
my
what they
coach said that he had like a bunch of worms and like a